going to show you a very, very simple blue steel type chrome effect. That's what we're going to do in this one. So let's kick it off straight away. So, put my glasses on so I can see what I'm doing. There we go. Right. First of all, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a very, very sort of just a faint little pencil line, just across. It needs to be very rough, just across where I think the middle is going to be of this piece, and it's about there. So now after that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take me black. I should show you the pens first, shouldn't I? That's what I should do. So what I'm doing, I'm using Cool Greys. You see these? Get a good light on them. Cool Greys. I've got 6 pens grading from, that's a 1, a 3, a 4, a 5, and jump to 8, and that's a black. So just 6 pens needed for this effect. These are style files, but you can get them in different brands. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to do this. Okay, so do a slight little lip there. You'll see what I'm doing in a minute. Then just a little tiny sort of wibbly wobbly line around there. Notice that I'm not touching the sides. I'm leaving a bit of white on either side. I'm not too worried about doing it exact at the moment. Do you know what? I'm just going to put my other glasses on because they're better. I've actually got some drawing glasses now, so I can see a bit better. So there we go, just a bit of black there. Now bear in mind, you're going to go over all this again multiple times, so you don't make that mistake of kind of thinking you need to sort of produce a finished piece of work right off the bat. And what I'm going to do, I'm just going to do the C in real time so you can see what I'm doing. Next up, I'm going to take this one, which is a CG Cool Grey 8. So that's the next grade down. Just do a bit of that, a bit of rough line work in there. There we go. That's that. This will all shape up. You'll see exactly where I'm going with this. Now I'm taking, this is a 5, Cool Grey 5 next. There we go. Next up, I'm taking a Cool Grey 4. There we go. Now I'm taking a Cool Grey, you got it, 3. There we go. That's that one. Stick that bit in there. Okay, got to start over this side as well for this one. I don't mind that it's rough, you'll see why in a bit. And this finally is a Cool Grey 1. It does go lower than that, goes down to a 0, but I don't need a 0. Not at the moment anyway. And there's my Cool Grey 1. Now, what I'm going to do, go back over all this. I could probably just blend it like that actually, but I don't think I will. So first of all, I'm just going to hit that black again. Now while that black's still wet, I'm going to hit it with an 8. There we go. So you see that's much more blendy. Going over it again there. Likewise, go down to the next colour. Just go over it while it's still wet. There we go. Go down to me 4. Hitting it while it's still wet, hopefully. Can you see it all starts to just sort of blend together? Don't get the wrong pen, whatever you do, otherwise you'll stuff it up. I have managed to do that before now. There we go. Go down to me, right down to me number 1. There we go. And there you got a nicely sort of just blended grade. Now what I do to finish that off, very quickly finished, is I just take a fine liner like that. I'll just fine line those tiny bits there and make that a bit smoother for now. I'm going to do something with this in a minute, you'll see. Just to fine those off a little bit. And what I like to do is I like to put these little tiny bits in here, which can create a nice effect. There we go, just like that. Now, what I do next, I'm just going to see if this has got any juice in it, because I've got a CG0 here. I don't know if it's got any juice in. Doesn't really matter if it doesn't have much in. Looks like it's got nothing in it whatsoever, this. Yeah, I don't think it's got anything in it. The vapours, that's all this. It doesn't matter. It don't matter because I've got a CG1 anyway. So this time I'm starting with the lightest colour going in up there, and I'm just doing it very rough at the moment. You see, I'm even holding the pen very lightly. Nothing. It needs to be a bit wobbly that one. There we go. Nothing too major. Then I'm going to go in with CG3 again, just at the top there, being very light. Don't forget, if you go light to dark, once that dark's colour on, there's nothing you can do. Once it's on the paper, there's nothing you can do about it. So exercise caution, be light with it. I'm taking the fat end now. Do a bit of blend with the fat end. There we go. And now, just because, go over it again. There we go. And I think what I'll do is I'm just going to put a little bit of 4 in at the top there for a bit of contrast. There we go. That's it. So I mean, once the dark is on, that's why I'm being so careful about the dark, because once it's on, that's it. Short of getting a load of whitener on it, you ain't going to shift it. Just slightly blend that a bit. Gently does it, and you'll often find me going back again, you know, over with my lighter colours. So I'm going over with a lighter colour. See, it just blends it nicely, blends it through. There we go. There we go. And we got the top of the C. And what I'm just going to do, and this is, so I'm still on me 1 here. This is the lightest colour I've got. I'm just going to do a tiny bit of this down here. Just the tiniest hint of something down there. Remember, less is more. There you go. That's it. That's the C. So now you can see what I'm going on about, and I will do the rest in time lapse so you can see it. there you go, guys. There's a very simple chrome effect. I didn't even particularly finish this very well or anything. It's quite rough. What you can do if you want to finish it nicely is you can use like a white Posca like that, and you can just sort of go around the edges, just trim the edges like that. You can trim. I didn't do any uniformity on the edges or anything like that. I didn't really bother. Just wanted to show you how easy it was to do, really. Very simple. You could spend lots and lots of time doing the blends if you want to. I didn't particularly. Just sort of dashed it down so you can see how easy it is to do. One thing you can do, so this is a 0, and even though it's got virtually no juice in it, I can just do the edges like this. I went around the tops already, as you probably see. You just do the edges like this down the bottom, and it just gives it a tiny, just the tiniest bit of extra. You see that? Just the tiniest. It's like the lightest thing, just the lightest kind of extra shade. Yeah, I done it on the top, so you can see it. Although this was, I did it when it was still wet, so which is obviously much more ideal. And yeah, that just adds a tiny bit more. And that's it. That's the lot. So that's all finished. Hope you enjoyed that, and hope you can take it away, use it for yourself maybe if you don't already have a chrome technique or anything. It's a very simple one that you can throw on. Have a go. Tell me how you get on.